Right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good crypto news stuff for you today. We're just going to jump right into it. It says, you can now send and receive Litecoin on Facebook Messenger using Lite.im. So a pretty cool new feature. We'll have to see how it goes, how it works, and, you know, always that innovation in crypto. So the team at Lite.im, the project from Zulu Republic, making Litecoin SMS payments a reality, have just announced that their users of their platform can now send and receive Litecoin via Facebook Messenger. So I suppose this is a matter of, like, is Facebook Messenger going to allow this for a long time or at all? Who knows? But pretty cool little new dealio with Litecoin. In the Twitter announcement, the team was quick to point out that Litecoin and Lite.im now can be used by the over 2 billion global users on the social media platform. So, to get started, you need to start a conversation with Lite.im using the messenger link, yada yada. Once the conversation is started, the user is asked to register for accepting terms and conditions. And after registering, you'll be asked to key in your primary email address. Once that's done, you'll be requesting for your phone number. Then the service that will send an SMS to you to confirm. And then after the confirming code, you'll be prompted to enter a secure password, and you'll be given a Litecoin wallet address. And now you're able to send and receive with Facebook Messenger, which is kind of cool. The team at Lite.im had first launched the Litecoin service on the popular messaging application of Telegram. All the user has to do is open their website, follow the prompt to key in the phone number. Once this is done, you'll get an SMS asking you to follow the link that opens a conversation with the Lite.im bot on the platform. During the launch of Telegram service back in August, Charlie Lee had urged the crypto community to focus more on crypto adoption during the crypto bear market. His words were in reference to the newly launched Lite.im Telegram service, which I kind of agree with Charlie Lee. I mean, during the bear market, like, why bother creating a ton of new, just kind of useless coins? Let's like focus on how to make something new that people will be interested in crypto again, or something very easy for people. Because as of right now, a lot of people, one, don't know what crypto is. You know, as crazy as that sounds, because everybody watching this is like, how would people not know? But you know people in your life that have no idea what crypto is and have never touched it, even good friends of yours. And, you know, two, it's a little hard to use for some people. They don't understand that they have to go and get it, and how to get it, and then how to get a wallet, and then how to send it to other people. And it's just not really that interesting to them at the moment. And it will be when something comes along that makes all those people interested in it. So I agree with that, but pretty cool little idea to send on Facebook Messenger, because I know you can already send like money to people with Facebook Messenger. So why not Litecoin as well? So moving on to the next article. This one is Vitalik Buterin is not stepping away from Ethereum, because I know there's article after article talking about that Vitalik Buterin is going to be stepping down, and that, like, he says, there's articles with him saying that, like, it won't be fully decentralized unless I step down. It's just not true. Like, none of it's true. He's not stepping away. At least not yet. No plans for it just yet. So Vase jumped on the headline and ran about Bitcoin not competing with nonsense platforms that suggested Buterin was going to pull a Dan Larimer. Buterin was quick to point out that he's not leaving the platform, and that critics will criticize whatever he does, suggested that the headline was misleading, and that the subheadline gave the more correct emphasis that Ethereum must stop depending on him if it is truly to be decentralized. He says, actually, the subheadline is fine. At Ethereum's annual developer conference, the founder tells us why his technology can only be truly decentralized if it stops depending on him, which doesn't necessarily mean that he is going away. So it says Ethereum stops depending on me is the correct emphasis, but very far from me leaving Ethereum. So again, it's it can be interpreted multiple ways, but he's not like leaving, just depending on him. So Buterin has spoken about detaching himself from the Ethereum project before. As recently as last month, he's suggesting that it was already in progress. Though the language is a bit ambiguous, he clarifies that his intention is for Ethereum to survive if he spontaneously combusts, which why he pictures such a gruesome demise for himself is unclear. So basically he's talking like, if he just left, if he got into a car accident, if he was launched from planet Earth and never to be here again or seen from, what would happen to Ethereum? So what he's saying is that he kind of wants his team to be a little bit more independent and stop depending on him so much to be there all the time, which, makes sense, because it's not decentralized. If somebody were to pass away or to go missing or disappear or stop the project, and then the project just tanks because just somebody left. So, true. Next article, NASDAQ says it could stop cryptocurrency market manipulation. I bet you can, NASDAQ. Helping to combat cryptocurrency fraud. According to the U.S. stock exchange behemoth, believes it could solve some of the cryptocurrency's issues, fraud and market manipulation. In a report published on November 1st, NASDAQ noted it had a wealth of experience in dealing with the intricacies of the assets trading market. Well, yeah, that makes sense because it's, NASDAQ. But you guys trade something that is not cryptocurrency, and it's kind of two different things. But either way, let's continue. As the section of the NASDAQ report reads, regulators, brokers, and exchanges have surveillance teams that monitor activity constantly and advance technologies to help capture and analyze abusive behaviors, including pump and dump schemes, insider trading, wash trading, as well as spoofing and layering. So many virtual currencies critics are quick to point to the lack of robust regulations in the industry. Although I think a lot of people, like half the people at least, want no regulation because they like the Wild West of the crypto of what it was a few years ago. And now some people are saying that it needs regulated because there's so many pump and dumps. And I think that's a matter of how popular crypto has become. So like a few years ago when crypto was worth a lot less, and a few years before that, and so on and so on, as it gets more popular, more and more people are jumping on it. And people will jump on anything that will make them money. And they will do anything to make money. Everybody knows this. They will fraud, they will steal, they will manipulate. People will do anything for money. And so the more people that get into crypto and the more enticing it becomes, the more we're starting to see a lot of pump and dumps. And you can see that virtually every day on at least some coin or another. There's pump and dump discords, pump and dump telegrams that you can join. And that wasn't a recommendation, by the way, because I realized it kind of sounded like a shill in some way, but it's not, because I'm not really a fan of pump and dump groups, because they're never really honest, and there's always losers from that. So if you pump a coin and then some innocent person that's not a part of it goes, oh, look at this coin, and then they buy into it, and then it just immediately dumps, you cost a lot of people a lot of money, particularly because they usually have like these tiers, like these people don't know about it for so long, and these people know about it earlier, and then these people know about it even earlier. The people that run it are the ones that sell before they even announce to sell it. So they're a terrible idea. So exchanges are already using it. According to NASDAQ, some significant players in the cryptocurrency trading space are already using its market surveillance technology. So in mid-2018, reported that Gemini, SBI, Virtual Currencies, and 3 other platforms were already using NASDAQ smart technology. With more developments in the crypto trading space, the company appears to be in high demand. Speaking to the head of exchange and regulatory surveillance at the exchange operator, Tony CEO said, "We're not getting approached every week or two. We won't work with all of these firms, though, since a lot of them are quite early stage or not reputable yet." No, we're not going to work with some of these people. But that doesn't make sense, though, because if you're not going to regulate like all of the exchanges or like all of it, then there's going to be these broken links and these little loopholes that people will be able to get to. So if like Coinbase and Binance and Bittrex and like whatever is regulated, then you can just go to Cryptopia, or you could go to like Stacks or something like that and just manipulate the hell out of the coin and just like bypass the whole regulation process. You see what I mean there? It's like if you made a wall and like you could just go, oh, I'm just going to walk around the wall. It's only like 500 feet down that way, and I'll just walk around the wall, as opposed to like trying to go over the wall. If you're going to make a wall, you need to make the whole thing has to be walled in. Otherwise, don't just put don't Wall of China it. This is like one of the greatest failures in like the history of mankind, is creating the Wall of China, because like Mongolians were just like, hey, look, a wall, but there's no wall like 2 miles that way, so let's just ride over this way, and then whatever village happens to be over there is going to get ransacked. So it's just like it didn't make any sense. So all or nothing. The final article I have today is the man who bet it all on Bitcoin and still believes. So this guy looks pretty credible with his Bob Marley shirt on. And I'm not saying Bob Marley's a bad thing. I'm not saying Bob Marley's peace, Bob Marley. You know what I'm saying? But the Bitcoin family goes to Europe, and they appear to be living in a camper. So this story, in case you didn't see the story, this has been all over YouTube for a while. Basically, this guy literally sold everything. They sold their house. He sold the kids' toys. Like, they sold clothes. They sold everything and bought nothing but Bitcoin with it. And it's really funny because in the interviews of these guys, I strongly urge, I should have brought up another link for you guys, and I apologize, but I strongly urge you guys to try and YouTube this guy. Because he's all happy about it, and the kids look all sad because they're losing everything, you know? And he's all excited about it, and you can tell, like, his wife is sitting right next to him, and, like, I think one of the questions he got asked was, like, what if Bitcoin never returns or something like that? And he's like, no, I'm just, you know, I'm betting on it. You know, like, I'll sell everything for Bitcoin. And, like, his wife just kind of, like, rolls her eyes. She's, like pretending to kind of go along with it. So I'm pretty sure this guy just runs his whole family and is like, hey, whole family. And they're like, what's up? Like, family meeting. Come on. Come on. All get together. Great, great. Nice family meeting. And they're like, little girls are like, are we going to play Monopoly, Dad? No, today we're going to actually sell Monopoly and your pony and all of your bicycles and most of your clothes and all of your toys. And Daddy's going to buy Bitcoin. So don't do that, right? I like crypto. You like crypto. We all like crypto, okay? But don't sell all your shit for crypto, right? And screw over your family. But this is what this guy literally did. So in 2017, Bitcoin seemed almost unstoppable as investors and consumers poured money into the cryptocurrency. For one Dutch businessman and father of three, it was the year to make a radical change. Didi Taihuti, wow, sold almost everything he owned, including his business, house, car, and put all that money into Bitcoin. He bet everything he had and everything his family had on a decentralized cryptocurrency future. And when Mr. Taihudu first bought into Bitcoin in February 2017 with the price around 1,000, he told Wall Street Journal he was in it for the long run. He held on to his investment even as it hit historic highs of almost 20,000, and then came the Bitcoin crash. Oh my God, he didn't sell. When we next caught up to Mr. Taihudu around April 2018, its value had dropped by around 2/3. Nevertheless, Mr. Taihudu said he still has the same amount of Bitcoins and was enjoying a life with his wife and kids out of the system. On a beach in Thailand. From there, he and his family took the roads in Europe in a camper van, exploring all the places where Bitcoin was accepted as a means of payment. So you probably don't have the same amount of Bitcoin if you're using your Bitcoin, but okay. In this episode of Moving Upstream, we follow the year-long journey of Didi Taihudu and his family as he seeks to find a new cryptocurrency way of life. So you guys can watch this video if you want. He's on YouTube and stuff. I'm not sure if he has his like own YouTube, but I know there's like interviews of his family, and his wife seemed like really unhappy like during the interviews, like because it's basically like if your wife was sitting next to you and like she was like, yeah, we're selling everything, like we're just selling the car, you know what I mean, we're selling everything you own too. I'm like, me? Oh yeah, everything you own, and I'm buying something, you know, I'm buying Bitcoin. And like you'd be like, oh man, because you know you just have to kind of go along with it. So interesting story, you know, and I hope it works out for the guy. Like I don't want to see people go, but like don't do that. People were taking out mortgages. They were taking out loans. They were putting leverage against their homes and things like that. You know, for BitConnect, and like so many people got burned by that. And it's not that I'm saying that you're going to get burned by Bitcoin, but when you buy at 1,000 and then you don't sell at 20,000 and then you don't sell at 19, 18, 17, 16, oh my God, sell. Holy fucking shit, it's only at 12,000, and then you don't sell at 6,000. Were you ever going to sell? You know what I mean? At some point, sell your Bitcoin. I don't know, like just like figure out your losses and try and pick it up at an earlier time. I mean, from 1,000 to 20,000 down to 15,000, there's no loss there. You're still up like 14,000 per Bitcoin. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and as usual, I will see you guys next time.